FM, the voice of Rollins College and the best in basement radio. I'm your host, JJ Pattishall, as always here every Friday morning, 7 to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, bringing you the best in music from deep within the drift. That is the Mezzu Mare Dispatch. I have my good friend Lainey Jones, who's a talented singer and songwriter here in town. And then another good friend of mine by the name of Leo Æther, who Leo is the man behind Urbe Prima. Urbe Prima brought with him a very talented up-and-coming illustrator here in town by the name of Reina Catellanos, and who is a very unique illustrator. Like I said, Lainey had had contacted me just before, literally like a day or so right before Leo, and when you contacted me, it was funny because you're like, I have a CD release coming out, and then Leo was like, I got a single release coming out, and then she was like, I got my CD release party. He's like, I have a performance, and I was like, let's all come on the air, so we'll do something a little different. So Lainey, first of all, CD release. So this is pretty awesome because I know the last time you were on the air, it was still in the works and whatnot, so it's happening, so that's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
And so it's tonight, right?
Yeah, it is. Well, I have 2 CD release parties, and one is tonight at Little Indies. Music starts at 9, and then the other one is tomorrow in Eustis from 7 to 10. So
cool. And you said now tonight at Little Indies, you have a few acts playing along with you, right?
Yeah, I do. I have the Holcomb Brothers opening up at 9.
I'm not familiar with them. What kind of stuff do they do?
They're also kind of like Americana rootsy. Like one brother plays the cello and the other plays the guitar, and
nice.
Cool voices. And then at 10 we have Cassandra Wilcox, who is another uke strummer. So
cool.
She's got some really interesting music. I really like.
And then you're going to be backed by the talent. You have a pretty talented rhythm section behind you too, right?
Yeah, I really do. I got Tommy Shugart and on lead guitar, and then Paul Terry on drums, David Venegas on bass, and then Matthew Tonner also on harmonies and guitars.
Oh, that's awesome. That's great.
Yeah.
As far as all 4 of them are super talented individuals. I've gotten to know. Sure, just by that lineup right there, I'm sure it's to be a great performance this evening. So let's see. And then your CD will be available for purchase, I assume, this evening.
Oh yeah, I have CDs. I actually have some posters as well. I got some cool merch, and possibly, I don't know if they're coming today, but some koozies. So that's I'm kind of excited to actually have merch.
That's pretty awesome. That's kind of some koozies. That's a new one, actually. I haven't heard. That's clever. So,
yeah, it's Lainey Jones's homemade shine.
Right.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I'll see people kind of like show up at random places with koozies. You'll be like at like a nice restaurant, and all of a sudden, guy pulls his koozie out of his back pocket.
That's great.
You have a single release. So the last time Leo was here, he had just released a CD, and so he's a diligent worker, and he already has the next single for the next album, which is already in the works and probably almost done by now, anyways. So, tell me about Vendetta, and we can still talk about, a lot of people may have not caught the first album as well. So
I had just several songs just in the burner, and this song Vendetta is the single released this Tuesday with the Catellanos Records. It's just kind of a transitional single between the more electronic album and the album that I'm finishing up right now, which is more acoustic, more just kind of raw, not too much, just kind of bringing it back down to the basics. It's going to be a little bit
more of a bare bones kind of.
And more about the songwriting more than anything. Well, it's always about the songwriting,
but let's focus on the production.
And the single is kind of a newer, more polished version of one of the 2 songs that I had in an EP I released a summer ago. And so it's just a more polished. I also kind of show off a little bit my skill on the piano that I've picked up the last few years, so I'm pretty happy about that.
Awesome.
And also, I guess I just want to thank quickly the people in that song, celloist Yamile Trujillo, percussionist Justin Stigger, and then also the voices from Marcela Garces and Meche Osina. They all contributed awesomely to the song. So
yeah, it's funny. I just saw when I was looking at it, because I checked out the track earlier this week. It was great. And then It's Justin Steger, and I'm friends with Justin actually too. So he's super talented percussionist here in town.
Well, Sunday, it's a very exciting day, not only because of my performance, but just because of what it means to be part of something bigger than you, something important that is happening in Orlando, about a project that people with the heart in the right place for culture and for just sharing genuine experiences with people. I just feel really happy to be part of that in a way or another. So on Sunday we'll be playing at the Timucua Arts White House, which is one of Orlando's best secrets, cultural secrets. They're an amazing, it's basically a house where obviously conditioned for live shows that it's just brought a lot of amazing musicians to town and just great people. It's a great, amazing audience, and regardless of our performance that day, I definitely encourage people to check out what they do.
How late does the venue how late does it go till the performance?
Generally, their format is they open the mic for you to do your stuff and whatever the energy dictates, pretty much.
Right.
So it's gonna be the show will start the doors will open at 7 p.m. and the show will start soon after. JJ Pattishall will be there, so don't miss that. We'll also have Reina Catellanos doing some live illustration along with the music, so it'll be a very awesome experience. And then I'll be playing acoustic versions of pretty much Laberintos. Also, I'll be playing the single, just acoustic versions. I will have JJ Pattishall helping me on guitar. I'll be playing a lot of piano on the set, and also have the aid of percussionist Abdias Ernesto Garcia.
That's awesome.
Well, he's a multi-instrumentalist, but he'll be helping me with percussion, and then also Hugo Lukis on the trumpet. He'll be doing a few tracks. Yeah.
What time does it start at?
It starts like at 7:30ish.
Yeah,
7:30ish.
7:30ish. And it's the whole inside of the house is basically built out as a recital hall, and it's complete with spiral staircase, two-tier landings, and the works. And it's wired for recording and video, and it's just probably one of the best performance spaces in town. So worth checking out if you haven't been there. So the fact that Leo's playing down there, that's awesome. So and the cool thing is too, you're always running into people. It's got a great community vibe. So there's always people. Sometimes you'll run into other musicians, and sometimes it's just his neighbors. I mean, it's just everybody. It's a nice mix. Students. He has a lot of. I know he's worked with the school right next door over at Boone, but in the past. So it's always a good cross section of people there.
Yeah, and if I may interject, the shows, every time they have a show, they're still free. They're still about, if you want donations are welcome, and also still great environment, great musicians, and also you just bring something to share with people, like something to drink or something to snack on, and all you do is share.
I actually started doing graphic design. I attended Valencia College, and after that I transferred to the illustration program in SCAD up in Savannah, Georgia. So it's kind of like a mixture of both things. It's not quite graphic design, but it's having that design mind and adding that into my illustrations, sort of like very pared down, minimum, how much can I get accomplished with 2 colors, 3 colors. It's kind of figure out the way to put the puzzle in the most efficient way without being too many things going on.
Do you find well, let's see, so then because to give it just a little more background, you were just saying just recently too, as far as you were, what was it, the AIGA, as far as that you were a part of?
Yeah, the AIGA, it's the American Institute of Graphic Arts. We have a local chapter here in Orlando, and I was part of their mentorship program in the beginning of the year. I think it was the first 5 months, and the program culminated in May in a showcase. So it was a bunch of local graphic artists that maybe just graduated or were still in school. We got paired down with mentors. So we came up with a big project, and it all ended in this showcase. So we all had like tables with giveaways, and we had posters and stuff like that. And we brought a lot of, different people, like, graphic artists or illustrators, fine artists. So it was a really cool experience just to kind of reintroduction into Orlando, since, I lived here before. It was kind of like getting my bearings with the new people that are coming up and stuff like that.
What was your experience as far as up at when you were in Savannah? What was that like overall?
Oh, it was awesome. Like, it was one of the best decisions ever. It's an awesome town. I got to meet really, really cool people, really talented people. My professors, they're just greatest people ever. So it was kind of like a, like an extended vacation, I would say. It was kind of like, I need to like get away from everything and everyone and just do my thing and, improve on my craft.
Do you feel like being in that environment really helped you to kind of hone in on that?
Yeah, for sure. It was, I had my friends and I had family, whatever. But it was, I was on my own time all the time. I did whatever I wanted, and which was just work.
Well, I think once you're, and actually this is cool because Lainey's getting ready to go to Berkeley in the fall, up in Boston. So I know the past few times that Lainey's been on the show too, we've been talking about that. So she says this is finally getting ready to happen too. And you're going through their American Roots program, right? Or
yeah.
Are you gonna be doing some stuff through there?
Yeah. Well, I'm actually going to be a vocal major, and as well as like studying songwriting. Well, vocals, voice, and banjo will be my instruments, but I'll be doing songwriting there. And like the same way. Like, I'm really excited just like to get away and just like really focus on my craft, because like I've only been doing this for a few years and haven't had too much guidance, so I'm really excited for that.
I think there's something about that, I guess, when you're just kind of immersed in what you're doing, like when you have that many people in one place that are kind of pushing for the same thing, or that much talent, and everybody's kind of focused on that. I think there's probably something to be said for that, and to just be able to take that time for yourself and to just really kind of dedicate yourself to that, without distraction. It'll have its own set of distractions, but I'm sure. But to just be in that, and to be able to kind of take time out to really hone in on that, I think is a pretty awesome thing. Mm-hmm. So now, part of the reason we also brought Reina on the show today was because Reina's going to be doing live art on Sunday with Leo and I. So we're going to be performing down at the Timucua Arts White House, down just outside downtown Orlando. It's like Summerlin and Kaylee. And usually one of the aspects of there's kind of two aspects. There's the music aspect, and then there's the other side, which they always have a live visual artist. So Reina's going to be the live visual artist for this time around. So you're going to tell us, what are you going to be doing?
Yeah, I'm really excited about it because as an illustrator, all the work you do, you're by yourself. You're in your little dark corner, just drawing your heart away. So I'm very excited about, what's going to happen when I'm, like, surrounded by people and I'm drawing, It's like usually, like, I'm used to, like, a gallery setting that, my piece is hanging there. And, that's cool, but, like, now people are, maybe I'm making mistakes. What if people are, like, they don't know what I'm doing, So it's pretty exciting, especially, like, to share it with you guys while playing. I think it's going to be interesting.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what to expect, but I think it's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Don't make us look bad, Reina.
Aww.
She's gonna be drawing weird, like, stick figures or something on there. She's gonna
making fun of you guys.
Right, she's gonna actually be drawing strange pictures of you. You have a really unique style, as far as I don't really know how to describe it, as far as but it's as far as influences visually. Who would you say?
Oh, specifics?
Just a couple favorites. They don't have to be like.
I think of contemporary people, one of my ultimate favorite ones, it's called Olympia Signoli. She's an Italian illustrator, and her work is just gorgeous. And again, I guess what I'm most attracted of her work is how iconic it is. Super simple. I guess you could see some influence in my work from hers. So I try not to look at her work. I think last time I saw her website.
I love it. So I don't look at it at all.
Yeah. It's sort of, I guess have an inspiration of her thought process, not so much as the work itself.
I know what you mean. It's easy, especially when you have those favorites. It's like after a while, it's like, all right, I just need to. As much as you like that one artist, I'm sure it's like, all right. Yeah, sometimes you have to turn it off.
Break away from it, and just think about it, why do I like it? Why am I attracted to it? And not necessarily copy it, but kind of reinterpret that and how that would work for you and your work.
I don't know. I'm okay with being Stevie Wonder. I'm okay if people want to call me. I'm just joking. I'm okay if somebody wants to do that. No, but I know what you mean though. What you do right now, how do you kind of keep that? How do you kind of keep it organic? 'Cause I'm sure, especially now, especially traditional art, or people who are traditional illustration. Mm-hmm. Everything is now digital. Yeah, it's funny. It definitely happens to me. All my work tends to be digital, and my way to sort of, I mean, I love doing digital work, but sometimes I need to make stuff with my hands, and that's when where the printmaking comes in. I do that's my passion. That's printmaking. I do a lot of screen printings now, screen prints, and also I studied lithography, which is another sort of antiquated method. Because what is the whole deal with I remember seeing on TV, you can get a custom lithograph of whatever. So you're right. I mean, it's still being done. Usually for fine art prints. But it's you're literally drawing on stones. You have to prepare it. You have to mix these weird chemicals. You get to play crazy scientist for a little bit. But you're drawing on stone, and you're using these giant presses. So it's that's where I get my connection with more fine art or more traditional work. But I still get to use my digital illustrations because everything I do, it's very, very iconic. That's what speaks to me. That it's super pared down, but at the same time can reach so many different kinds of people. It's a tough balance sometimes to keep yourself on check. But with printmaking, I get to have that essence of the work, but also be a piece of art. You're touching it and you're feeling the kind of paper and the layers of skin of ink. Whoa. Whoa, man. I know, what kind of art are we doing now? I know, right?